So Gloo Mesh has this notion of workspaces that allow you to group together multiple namespaces of multiple clusters in a workspace. Right here, we are going to group the bookinfo front end and bookinfo back ends of both clusters in a bookinfo workspace, and the Gloo Mesh add-ons and the Istio gateway namespaces on both clusters in the gateway workspace. So in order to do that, the platform team is going to create this workspace object in the management cluster where it will define the different namespaces that need to be a part of the workspace. So here is the gateway workspace that I created. And if you go to the UI, you can see here that there is a problem. With this workspace, it says no workspace settings have been found. So the next step is that you need to create a workspace setting which can be an empty spec, which means that I don't need to import or export anything. You can also use the workspace settings to define some rules about services or other resources that you want to import from other workspaces. And if you want to export to other workspaces as well. And you can also give the name of the services you want to export, or if you want to, you can select them by using labels. You can give the name of the workspaces you want to import resources from, or you can just use labels as well, so it's very flexible. It can be delegated to the team that is in charge of this workspace. For example, the gateway team here, and in the next example, the bookinfo team is here. They can define themselves which services should be exported and imported, but you can also have one namespace of the management server a part of this workspace. And then you can also, in that case, let the platform team decide and define all of these imports and exports. So it is very flexible to adapt to any organization. So when you create this, you can see that I have automatically have my UI adjusted. And now you can find, like in these 4 namespaces that are a part of my workspace. And going to more details, you can see all the services that are right now private. Because even if I have imported or exported some of them and imported some others, nothing is matching right now, because I have just one workspace. So we are going to see how it's changing when I'm going to create the second workspace. I'm going to create a workspace for the bookinfo team. So you can see, as I said, let the bookinfo team define the import, export, as well as the platform team is doing it, but it's always a platform team that defines these boundaries, like the workspace object itself is always going to be created in the management cluster in the Gloo Mesh namespace. You see here in the workspace, the platform team also allows this label, allow ingress equals true. So it's going to match this import from workspaces where this label allows ingress equals true is stated. As I said before, you can reference workspaces and objects using names or using labels, which is extremely flexible. Here, the bookinfo team is going to import the gateway services to be able to be used later in the external authentication service and so forth. And this is going to export the gateway workspace to the product page and the review service, and also all the resources that have the exposed equal true labels. That means that through the gateway, only these services can be exposed. You cannot expose, for example, the details service because it has not been exported to the gateway workspace. This is a good security measure, and you can use to make sure you cannot make a mistake and expose incorrect services that were not supposed to be exposed, because you really want to have explicitly stated export and import here inside of your workspace. And then if I can do that, I can see that my services is changed based on what's happening and the rules I define. And you can see my gateway workspace again with the different services. And you'll see a lot more information here in the upcoming videos as well.